Ave Maria, brothers and sisters. Thank you for joining our Mother and Refuge of the End Times. Today we would like to share with you part 2 of a 7-part article written by Mark Mallet for his blog, The Now Word, published on his website, markmallet.com, on January 5th, 2022. He writes, "Likewise, in our times, the great sign of the Ark of the Covenant is appearing in our midst, warning that the storm is upon us." Quote, "Then God's temple in heaven was opened, and the Ark of his covenant could be seen in the temple. A great sign appeared in the sky, a woman clothed with the sun, with the moon under her feet, and on her head a crown of 12 stars. She was with child and wailed aloud in pain as she labored to give birth. Then another sign appeared in the sky. It was a huge dragon. It stood before the woman about to give birth, to devour her child when she gave birth." Revelations 11, verse 19 to chapter 12, verse 4. Pope John Paul II gives further exegesis of these dueling signs as applying precisely to our times. "This marvelous world, so loved by the Father that he sent his only Son for its salvation, is the theater of a never-ending battle being waged for our dignity and identity as free spiritual beings. This struggle parallels the apocalyptic combat described in the first reading of this Mass, Revelations 11, verse 19 to chapter 12, verses 1 to 6. Death battles against life. A, quote, culture of death seeks to impose itself on our desire to live, and live to the full. There are those who reject the light of life, preferring the fruitless works of darkness. Their harvest is injustice, discrimination, exploitation, deceit, violence. In every age, a measure of their apparent success is the death of the innocents. In our own century, as at no other time in history, the culture of death has assumed a social and institutional form of legality to justify the most horrible crimes against humanity: genocide, final solutions, quote, ethnic cleansings, and the massive, quote, taking of lives of human beings even before they are born or before they reach the natural point of death," end quote. Today, that struggle has become increasingly direct. The text is taken from an excerpt of Pope John Paul II's remarks on World Youth Day in 1993 in Denver, Colorado. "If you wondered what the end times would look like, now you know. Powerful economic and political powers intent upon reducing and controlling the population versus those defending life, dignity, and freedom. Abortion and suicide are two of the chief cornerstones of this dragon's game plan, claiming over 3.5 million lives worldwide each month. A third cornerstone belongs to the violence that has exploded this past century through wars and violence. But now we see the fourth coming into view." Please join us for part 3 of Mark Mallet's timely article in which he discusses final solutions. Brothers and sisters, let us answer our Heavenly Mother's request to share heaven's messages far and wide. Please share, like, subscribe, and click on the little bell so that you may be notified of the latest heavenly messages as they come in. And finally, Pope Francis has appealed for prayers. Please join us in praying the Flame of Love Rosary for the Holy Father and the Church in our channel's 24/7 prayer room titled Holy Rosary for the Holy Father. May God bless you abundantly.